Baltmatrix here, and today it's time for yet another Generation Selects video review. This figure comes from the Hasbro Pulse, and today we are taking a look at POWERDASHER Cromar. Let's open him up with a knife. Remember, children, always cut away from you. Like that. Like Z.R before him, here is Cromar in the box. You can see him right there with his goofy GoBot-esque face and his overall color scheme. Directions are on the back, or underneath the figure, so let's get him out of that box. Out of the box, Cromar is very kind of monochromatic, and if I'm honest, a bit boring. The grays are very, very dull, the black is very, very black, and the reds are just kind of muted. It's not a very attractive looking figure, and on this gray background, the gray in the figure is really dull and dreary. Head sculpt is quite good and colorful, however. The red, the gold, the black, the blue, the silver, it all works really well. I just wish that that dynamic color scheme translated to the rest of the figure. Now, yes, I realize that the original figure was very similarly colored, but it wouldn't hurt them to use, I don't know, more silver than this dull gray, even though I think the gray is supposed to be silver. The fact that the entire arm is one solid color is really off-putting. Something else that's very off-putting, I can't move the head. This figure's head does not move. And even if I really pull it, no, nothing. It doesn't move. It does not move. This is ridiculous. Taking a look at the bottom of where the head is, the plastic down there is already marred and white, meaning that they designed this figure incredibly poorly. Yeah, that's either the powder that is supposed to allow the part to come out of the mold, or that is the figure already having stress fractures of the neck. Oh man, I'm gonna see what I can do about this real quick. Well, as soon as I tried to move the head even a little bit, it snapped in half. Just clean snapped in half. Yep. Alright, so I think I'll be reaching out to Hasbro and asking for a replacement because, yeah, just trying to move the head just completely broke. And is that glue in there? Yeesh. Yeah, I mean, the thing just snapped apart in my hands. Okay, then. I will just gently put the head back together. And can it move now? Well, it can turn now. That's positive. Oy. I mean, come on. This is a Hasbro exclusive. This crap isn't supposed to happen. Moving on with the video review, acting like nothing has ever happened. Posability is the same as 6 guns. The guns on the back are posable and can detach. The arms swing 360 degrees around, have in and out movement at a hinge inside the shoulder. Fists do articulate at the elbow and then have 360 degree worth of movement if the gun wasn't there. Torso is on a swivel because of the transformation. Can kick forward that much and can kick back that much. 90 degree bend at the knee, thigh swivel, and then ankle articulation and toe articulation. Next to his mold brother, 6 gun, I like 6 gun a lot more. I think 6 gun just works better for me in terms of color. I do like the fact that the body is black on Cromar, but I think 6 gun is more dynamic. At least that's the way I feel. You can mix up these limbs however you want, though. Cromar's transformation into vehicle mode starts off with literally just pulling him apart. Pull the guns on his back off, pull the arms off, pull the torso apart. Well, first you have to unpeg the top of his torso, pull his chest off. You don't have to pull the legs off, they just kind of fell off on their own. Put those back on. And then coming down to the bottom part of the figure, turn the legs out around 180 degrees. Flip the cannons forward and put them flush up against the back. Fold the legs up until they peg into place, and then lower the knees. Or fold the figure down at the knees, and then you've got the bottom part of his vehicle mode. coming up to the torso. Turn the head and pray that the head doesn't fall apart as you do it. Ah, dang it. So going back to the head, this little piece is totally stuck in there. I'm going to have to dig it out with a file or a pair of tweezers or something. There's glue stuck on this piece. So they probably tried to glue the head together, and they accidentally glued the head to the rest of the body. Because there's a lot of glue residue in here. It's not showing up on camera, but I can see it right there at the tip of my fingernail. Right there. So yeah, they stupidly glued this head together. Idiots. Alright, with the head missing, we'll just go ahead and fold up the bits. Then attach the arms. And then the red guns will go on the outside of those. I could have the arms upside down, but this is the way I choose to put the arms. And then peg this section in. And here we have his Cromar's flight mode, which works pretty well, actually. The coloring works better for the flight mode than it does for the robot mode, I feel. I like this, even though I'm still more fond of the brighter colors that 6-Gun has. Cromar's flight mode works pretty well for me. It's just a shame about that head. Damn it. Oh, that pisses me off so much. And then you can see on the face... Yes, I'm still going on and on about the head. You can see on the face that there's glue residue, dried glue residue. So, yeah, they glued it on, and it broke. Ugh. And again, like 6-Gun before him, Cromar comes with all the same different weapon capabilities. In fact, the directions show the exact same kind of weapon setups. So we're going to be modeling with impact here. The first one is the defensive loadout, which I'm showing here. Then we have the offensive loadout, which looks like you're on a pair of rocket skates. And then the high-precision launcher gauntlet, which is just a giant robot that turns into a fist for punching. I like that one the best. Okay, so to sum up, I can't recommend this figure right now, simply because, well, the head broke. I mean, you saw, I've referenced it multiple times in this video. It just broke. I tried to do something basic, like move it, and it shattered. So I'm not even going to try and fix it. I'm going to contact Hasbro Pulse and just ask for a replacement, because that's ridiculous. This is utterly unacceptable. Having all this glue in here and then trying to move it and having it break like this, it's completely unacceptable. So for now, I'm going to say don't buy. Just find a 6-Gun and play with that. I think the colors work better. Cromar's color scheme doesn't work all that great. So yeah, I'd say this one's a bust and an easy pass. If you want to buy an exclusive from the Hasbro Pulse, go buy Hotshot. That's Hound. Hound is a good figure. So let me know what you think of this figure down in the comments, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. I have been Baltmatrix, and I will catch you next time, and I'll let you know what happens when I contact Hasbro.